Hi, YouTubies! It's me, Zachary Michael. Also, did y'all know I took 2 sewing classes in like the past 6 months? I'm a sewist, a seamstress. I've gotten into sewing. I actually have a sewing machine now in my home. We're into sewing. Did you know that ZM went to Vegas 4 times? I did. You seem stressed. Well, I don't know if you just got here, Jen, but I've had a headache for most of the day. And I've also been dealing with dishwasher things, and I'm on the like back end of the headache problem. But I as such I just all my energy is zapped currently. But listen, one thing about me is I'm gonna come online during a pain flare. No, I don't mean to make light of that. Like I have in the past canceled for a headache, but I'm at a place where I feel fine. Okay, where I feel okay. And so, I'm on an endless quest to just find drama in niche communities. And this actually, I don't know that Jane actually recommend. Well, I found out about this video because Jane was just posting how all of these videos about niche drama communities kept popping up on her like recommended YouTube recommended. And so I was like, well, I am just getting into sewing. I need to be warned of all the dangers of the sewing community. This is by a creator named By Tiny Mite. I actually didn't click on her actual channel to see what she has to say. Description. So practical, stylish accessories that fit your life and actually get used. If you want to make custom pieces that match your style, solve real problems, and support your everyday adventures, you're in the right place. Oh my god, so many words. This channel is all about sewing functional, beginner friendly accessories with tutorials, techniques, and project guides that will help you build real skills and create things you'll truly use. You'll find clear sewing tutorial. This is just all so repetitive. Yes, it sounds like I'll find tutorials. You've said that now like 3 times. You'll find clear sewing tutorials, skill building videos, time saving tips, and honest guide. Oh, let me stop playing with this necklace on my desk. An honest guidance designed to make sewing less overwhelming and more empowering, whether you're still building confidence or you're ready to expand what you can make. From everyday essentials to travel and adventure-inspired projects, my goal is to help you sew items that are uniquely yours, practical, beautiful, and made to support the way you live. Join a growing community of women. Well, I guess I'm not. I guess this isn't for me. I forgot that sewing was feminine. Her AI description is as uselessly verbose as Rosie. Now, I'm pretty good at clocking AI like art, graphic design, thumbnails, etc. How do y'all clock when somebody has used it to like type something out? Cause I just didn't. I've just. It's the emojis. Oh, I see. I see. Sewing is feminine ZM unless it's suturing a wound. Can I tell you what? My dad was a taxidermist. I think I have talked about this before, but in case you've never heard me say it, my dad was a taxidermist, and he actually was good at sewing. I don't know why you saying suturing made me think about that, because I don't think he ever like sutured humans, but part of it is that you had to be able to like sew together like the like hides and stuff of the taxidermy things. Did he do your taxes for you? That's so funny because my mom, for a while, was like a part-time employee for H&R Block and did taxes for people through them. So my dad was a taxidermist and my mom did taxes. Like, isn't that funny? Anyways, sewing is masculine, or sewing isn't masculine or feminine, but society, I think, has shaped it to be feminine, or like stereotypically something that women do. But it's also interesting because I remember usually the like classes that I take, they at the beginning they ask you to talk about like why you're interested in learning more about whatever the class is. And in my last one, I talked about how like being socialized as a boy, I wasn't really encouraged to like nurture my interest in sewing, even though there were times where sewing was presented to me. So you mentioned in the video I watched today that your dad was a vet. Where was he deployed? My dad was in the Navy, and it was before I was alive. And to be honest, I've never asked him a ton of stuff about about his experience in the Navy. My relationship with my dad was my dad passed away about, it'll be 13 years in October. My relationship with my dad was complicated, and there's certainly probably more things I could know about that. I don't know. But yeah, he was in the Navy, and he was a veteran and was deployed. I just don't know a ton about it. And I never really asked. I could probably ask my mom about it, honestly, if I wanted to, but yeah. Anyways, let me get back on track. Let me get back on track. Oh, all I was saying though is that about not being nurtured to do that. My grandma was a huge seamstress, and she actually did a lot of quilting. I think actually in a video once upon a time I showed a quilt that my grandma made for me whenever I got my master's degree. It was like a gift. And anyways, in that class I mentioned that it wasn't nurtured in me, and then this one lady went on this like whole tangent about how actually back in the day, like being like a tailor and stuff like that was like heavily male centered. And I'm like, okay, well, I wasn't alive back then, and when I was growing up it wasn't. So anyways, y'all ready to get this started? Are you all ready to see what's wrong with the sewing community? If you are, could you put some 69s in the chat? My grandmother tried to teach me to sew, failed. She did teach me Iroquois beadwork. She's not Iroquois. Oh, okay. I see. Hi, Holly, Caitlin. Hi. Anyways, my grandma did teach me a few things, and then I also took home ec in high school because I had to take some kind of economics course, and it was the only one I could feasibly get into or fit in my schedule. And I enjoyed sewing in that, but then I just never did anything with it again because that was like my senior year of high school. So I was like, I'm going to college after this to be a pharmacist, which I'm not. Fishermen were largely involved in popularizing crochet. Oh, that's fun. But now you are never too late. Exactly, Teardrop. All right, let's get to.
When I first started learning to sew, I turned to YouTube, and I found creators like Coolurpa, Made Every Day, and Okla Roots, and I loved them.
She said we're naming names. She said, we are naming names. I don't know what the music's all about. The music is feeling a little dramatic.
The tone was creative, friendly, and accessible. Over time, I started figuring out the kinds of things that I actually wanted to make. And I didn't really watch tutorials anymore. I wasn't trying to be a seamstress or follow some official path. I was just making things. And after a few years, I started thinking, maybe I could help someone else skip the fear and just start sewing.
When was this made? This was posted 10 months ago. Well, really almost a full year ago, July 30th, 2025.
Experiences with the sewing world were almost entirely shaped by awesome creators. But when I stepped back into the wider sewing community, I expected to find more Aprils and sweet grandmas. People who were generous, encouraging, and excited to welcome people in. But that's not what I found. And the more I've seen, the more I've realized there's a real problem here. So today, I want to talk about it.
Gatekeeping and elitism. Well, can we also talk about how her shirt says that the best antidepressant is a sewing machine? Because I'd like to disagree. I'd like to disagree. My Prozac would like a word with you.
So, one of the main problems I'm seeing is a lot of gatekeeping and elitism in the sewing world. You're wrong if you don't sew like me. My way or the highway. Correcting others with arrogance and condescension, not with the goal of helping. You're only a serious sewer if you meet some obscure criteria. Isn't
it kind of crazy how all of the like crafting communities seem to have some kind of issue with gatekeeping? Like, all of the crafting communities we've watched, they all have, like, some kind of issue with people being like, this is the right way to do it.
Definitely not a real sewer if you don't buy your machine from a dealer, use budget tools or a mid-range machine, or shop at Michael's or Walmart. There seems to be a bit of a fixation on what they've defined as serious, and the rest of us aren't worth listening to. I get comments like,
unfortunately, the products that you are mentioning are of the lowest quality, but of course, we all have to start somewhere.
Wait, the editing of her voice. The editing to make that commenter sound annoying. Also, that is annoying. Like, what the fuck is your problem coming on here? Especially, and people are leaving comments on that when we just read through her AI description of her channel, and it's all about beginners. Do you want to know where I get my sewing, where I bought all of my sewing supplies and, like, fabric thus far, outside of my actual sewing machine, which I bought secondhand off of eBay? I've gotten it all at Michael's. Anytime I purchase fabric, it's come from Michael's. Everything from, like, the fabric scissors to the thread to the everything has been from Michael's. Do you have a sewing room now? This is my sewing room. You can't see it, but I have, like, a little sewing station set up over here. We have the gate, but I highly doubt there are any guards here. I think you're just the only one that read the sign on it. Well, that's also true, because it's also like, well, who the fuck cares? Like, if you're making quality content or, like, quality things and, like, you're happy with what you're making.
Okay. I didn't realize you had to pass a financial background test to start sewing. So unfortunately, this mindset has a negative impact. It stifles creativity.
What do you mean pass a financial background test? What you should say is, like, well, you don't have to be rich to do this. Like, I'm making content that is accessible for people from all, like, financial backgrounds, especially for beginners who maybe just, like, starting out. Because the whole thing also is, like, for me, my thoughts are, like, I remember day one of my sewing class, my teacher, like, gave us a list of, like, fabric stores in Chicago that she recommended. And some of it was, like, she did have some good, like, secondhand, like, fabric stores and stuff like that on the list. And then some of it was, like, really nice fabric store places. And I was like, that's great and wonderful, but I want to go spend a bunch of money on these projects in my first time sewing class when, like, I'm just trying to learn how to sew, you know?
encourages experimentation, makes beginners feel unwelcome or ashamed, and makes people on a budget feel like they can't sew, especially if they don't have a lot of money or just don't want to spend a lot of money. Like, really? So on my channel, I'm interested more in practical versus purism. I care less about how it's done and more about getting it done. If it works, it works. I'm budget conscious and I recognize that no one size fits all. I'm more interested.
She said on my channel. On my channel, divas, we do it differently. This girlie said, ChatGPT, write me a video script about the woes of the sewing community. It does. I don't know if it's just because I'm not used to listening to YouTube videos that are heavily scripted, but it is, at the very least, even if she didn't use AI, it is very scripted. I will say that. It feels very inauthentic.
In function and fun than perfectionism.
Why
so
so
another
mean?
problem is disagreeing is fine, but being rude is not. There's a difference between constructive feedback and acting like you're the sewing police. There's this tone of, I know better than you, and you're wasting everyone's time. These are phrases like,
You talk about high quality thread, but then you show the cheapest thread out there.
okay, that's not correction, that's a put down. Or,
That's a put down? Wait, how is it a put down to correct you?
The Zach 11 squirt.
Salem Salt, thanks so much for 2 months of Prime. That doesn't feel, that feels, that kind of is feeling like a little sensitive. That's not blank, that's blank is classic ChatGPT. More evidence. Y'all really out here clocking her ChatGPT use. Why are we borking? Why are we borking? Go. 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 But is AI speak? Poe hates AI. Oh my gosh, Poe baby. Poe sweetie, you okay, bud? I don't know what's happening. I ain't never used any ChatGPT, so IDK. I wish we could see the M dashes in her script. He's telling you the dishwasher's leaking. I hope he's not telling me that. Oh my god. Again, even if it's not ChatGPT, it's so scripted and authentic. I'm really struggling. But outside of all of that, what I was really gonna say is, okay, so her example here is of somebody putting her down as a comment saying, you talk about the high quality thread, but then you show the word. Wait, what did she say exactly?
everyone's time. These are phrases like,
You talk about high quality thread, but then you show the cheapest thread out there.
Okay, so yeah, that does feel like a correction. That does feel like a correction, though. Like, if you in a video are talking about high quality thread, but you're not actually showing high quality thread, that's not a put down. That's giving you're sensitive. And I think we already addressed, like, yeah, it probably is unfair to talk about quality, especially when you as a creator are talking about wanting to make your content accessible to people who are new to the craft.
okay, that's not correction, that's a put down. Or,
I don't even know if it's worth wasting my breath.
why say anything then? Or, you don't know
Sure.
what you're doing. The goal is shut down, not to help someone learn. These kinds of comments don't make anyone better. You can have high standards for yourself without tearing down anyone who does it differently. Unfortunately, this kind of speak erodes confidence. It makes people second guess themselves. And the thing that really bugs me is that it makes beginners afraid to speak up, to try, or to ask questions. And that's what we
Maybe she's not rich like you, Zach, and high quality sheep thread. Big Juicy Naturals. I just said I got all my thread and everything from Michael. I'm obsessed with you all clocking her on the AI. I am obsessed with that. A road's confidence is kind of a crazy way to say that, because I think most people would just say yeah, it, like, tears people's confidence down, or like breaks people's confidence down, or something like that. Like, it is giving fluff.
We want. And I'm worried that viewers will see someone else get attacked for something like this, and then they start to think, well, I won't bother then. And that's sad. It subtly sends the message that if you don't already know anything, or you just disagree, stay quiet. So
I feel like also, though, as a new sewer myself, like, if you're out here if you're out here getting worked up because you see somebody commenting on her video about how she doesn't know what she's doing, and you're like, well, I'm just not gonna try, that's so silly. Because what does her not knowing what she's doing have to do with me and my abilities? I feel like she's just a little bit sensitive and to some of the feedback she's gotten in her comments. And maybe she's like well, I don't know how long she's been doing YouTube, but maybe she hasn't reached the point in her YouTube journey where she's been able to, like, differentiate how, like, what comments and feedback to take versus what ones to just ignore.
on my channel, I always want to foster kindness and respect. Constructive feedback is always welcome. We all want to learn, but the delivery matters. We want this to be a safe place to learn, to ask questions, and even to make mistakes. We want to encourage each other to learn and grow, not shame people.
Sewing's supposed to be fun. Okay.
So another thing is that sewing is supposed to be fun, isn't it? And when people act like there's only one way to be creative, it kind of kills the fun. It completely shuts down new ideas and experimentation. If you do something a little different, the assumption is that you're wrong, naive, or unskilled. It turns creative people into rule followers, afraid to color outside the lines. And as a result,
honestly, I don't know that I don't know that you should be out here preaching about killing creativity and fun when so many people in my chat are concerned about you using AI. You want to talk about something that kills fun and creativity. Fucking AI. That's irritating to me and my family.
Creativity is squashed. Beginners don't feel free to explore or try new ideas. The joy and play out of sewing gets lost. People feel boxed in by rules.
The joy and play out of sewing gets lost. The joy and play out of sewing. Y'all, no, y'all, I think you're onto something, because some of these, does that not make sense? The joy and the play out of sewing. The joy and play out of sewing gets lost. That doesn't make any sense.
That they never even agreed to. So with my channel, I'm trying a different approach. My tutorials are guidelines, a starting point, not commandments. I encourage you to change it up, adapt when necessary, do whatever you gotta do to make it work for you. I wanna help you make things that are functional, stylish, and uniquely yours. So around here, exploration is the point.
How is it uniquely mine when you're using AI? See, now this shit, we're gonna stop talking about the drama of sewing and we're gonna start talking about stupid ass AI. Cause ain't none of this feel unique.
That's my favorite part. You have permission to play.
Oh, I got permission to play. Oh, is this like some swinger bullshit? Is this some ethical non-monogamy? I got permission to play. I checked the comments on the video and she's very active in there and it's all extremely positive. So I assume if she did get called out, those comments have been deleted. I see. Can we watch that swinger cruise couple again? Whew, that was a lot, Diva.
So, sewing is changing. Are you? I feel like a portion of the sewing community.
Did she
clings
just
to the
glance? Wait, did she just glance? Watch.
That's my favorite part. You have permission to play.
Watch. Wait, watch if she glances.
So, sewing is changing. Are you? I feel like a portion of the sewing community clings to the past.
Why did she... What was going on there? What if she's just AI? What if she's not real? What if she's not real?
And resist change, even when that change could benefit them. There's this constant tone of negativity and nostalgia instead of problem solving. One of the places that I'm actually seeing this the most is online fabric shopping, with phrases like, "There's no fabric left."
Online shopping sucks.
I refuse to buy fabric online.
And I get it. It's not the same. Feel your feelings, for sure. You can't just take a day trip to the fabric store with your daughter online. It'll be harder to match fabric to other fabric. You can't just walk over to the thread section and match the thread to the fabric you just picked out. There'll be delays with shipping. It's not going to be the same. Take a moment to grieve that. But things are changing whether you want them to or not. So what
We're... Take a moment to grieve that. What is this video? Take a moment to grieve not being able to buy fabrics in person. But deal with it, because you got to start online shopping. You got to change with the times. Literally never saw anyone say, "I'll never buy fabric online" like that. At most, people just complain about their own personal experiences with stores or with color matching. Yeah, it feels like she's making something out of nothing. I cannot believe that people would be that upset about this stuff. Also... is anybody being, like, forced? I mean, I know Joann's Fabrics closed, but, like, there are other fabric stores out there.
can we do about it? Instead of fighting things, how about we focus on adapting well, especially when there are a lot of resources to help you. Besides, the impact of not doing that is that you stay stuck. You miss out on opportunities. For example, with the online fabric shopping, I've seen some of the most beautiful fabrics I've ever laid eyes on some of those online shops. And if you don't even look at them, you're potentially closing yourself off from some gorgeous fabrics, especially.
There's Darlene that sells fabric on eBay. Actually, yes, let's wake that up. Y'all go start shopping for some fat quarters from Darlene. Oh, in some towns, Joann was the only one. I guess I am speaking from a place of privilege of being in Chicago, where there's lots of options.
Since there are several companies that do a lot of work to make sure that you have a very good understanding of what the fabric is, how it looks in different circumstances, how it drapes, and everything to make the process as easy for you as possible. So by not exploring them, you're limiting yourself. Also, this kind of mentality makes the future feel bleak for others, especially beginners. It fosters hopelessness and prevents thriving. And on my channel, I can help you navigate changes like this and adapt with confidence. I'll provide resources that make changes
honestly, it feels like an ad for her channel. Why does she keep saying on my channel? On my channel. Not prevents thriving. I'm late. What did I miss? You know, Barry Aries? I don't even know how to get you caught up today. I don't even know how to get you caught up. They don't tell you the price that you pay for losing Joann's.
This a little bit less scary. And back to that example of online fabric, I created a video that's all about places to shop online for fabric. In that video, I've vetted 15 possible locations.
Did she say vetted or fetid?
to shop online for fabric. In that video, I've vetted 15.
Am I losing my mind?
It's all about places to shop online for fabric. In that video, I've vetted 15.
I do think she's supposed to be saying vetted. But fee, fi, fo, fetid. I'm not like the other girls. I'm a robot. Remember that one time that we thought that one channel was AI and we were trying to find proof that she existed? Were any of you around for that? I think that is on the re-upload channel if you all want to go back and watch it. I can't remember what the video was called. I feel like, is this person real? Or something? What was it called? None of that. None of those. I don't know. AI? Is this woman... Oh! Is this YouTube chef actually AI? It's this one right here. Is this YouTube chef actually AI? You can go watch it on your own time.
15 possible locations to buy fabric online, and I cover everything you need to know about the online shopping process, the pros, the cons, the advantages of each location, and everything that you need to help you navigate this transition. So if you happen to be interested in that, I'll link it in the card up here.
Okay, you mean...
So another thing I want...
Wait, she's mad because people are saying you mean seamstress?
To be interested in that, I'll link it in the card up here.
Okay, this says, you mean seamstress. No, I don't. No, I don't.
So another thing I wanted to address was the garment/quilt tunnel vision. There seems to be a strong
she also keeps glanching, by the way.
assumption in sewing that everyone wants to make clothing or quilts. People often dismiss tools or resources because they don't fit into those two categories. One of the things that's really highlighted this problem for me is how many people have an issue with using the word sewist. I've gotten so many comments saying sewist is not a word.
Sewist? What happened to seamstress?
Where did you come up with the word sewist?
Seamstress, not sewist. One that sews is not a sewist. They're known as a seamstress. Get it right.
I will say my first time sewing instructor referred to us as sewists. So, Kazi, I'm just gonna say Kazi, and you can tell me how you would like to be referred to in the future, but thanks so much for subscribing with Prime. Her bitchy impressions are wild. It is, a lot of it seems like, oh, these are comments that I'm particularly upset about that I just want to address. I'm curious if it's actually an issue in the sewing community or if it's just an issue on her channel. Said like cannibalism? How is it said like cannibalism when there's a Z in there? Cannibalism? Sorry. Sewist is a perfectly accessible gender-neutral term. Amen. Amen. Cynical skid mark. I still love your name. Or she got one comment and is really taking it to heart. 'Cause my name is Kaz. LOL. I'm a Hannibal NBC fan. Okay, so Kazabalism. Work. Also, I could just say Kaz. I'll say Kazabalism.
Okay.
And my personal favorite.
You seem like a very nice young lady, but sewist is not a real word. The word you're looking for is seamstress. Check it out in the dictionary.
Just a tip, if you're gonna tell someone to check it out in the dictionary, you may want to have done that yourself because sewist is actually a word.
Clocked
You can Google it. But the bigger problem...
Let him know, Diva. Let him know.
here is that these highlight a mentality. You can only sew clothes. It's like the rest of us aren't even
These highlight a mentality. These highlight a mentality.
real. Unfortunately, this mentality does have an impact. You might feel like if you're not a seamstress, you're not a real sewer. It makes crafters, DIYers, and practical makers feel less than or invisible. It also reinforces a rigid idea of what sewing should be. And new, non-garment sewers might feel like they don't belong in the community. That's why my channel creates space for different types of sewing.
That's why my channel... That's why my channel... Listen, I was hoping today maybe I could... Because what I really do need to start doing is getting into, like, some sewing channels to, like, learn more without just, like, signing up to take more classes. And I was like, oh, maybe today will introduce me to a new sewing channel. It's not this girl. I don't think it's this lady.
Carving out a space for those that just want to do crafts and sew stylish accessories that are made for real life, or those who just want to learn some general sewing skills. Here, sewing is inclusive, useful, and customizable. So, what's the big issue with all of this? It's not just that some comments...
I'm tired of her glanching, and honestly, also, all of this is written like I wrote essays when I was first learning how to write in, like, middle school. So what's the big issue with this? Point 1, point 2, point 3. I guess maybe that's why y'all are like, this feels like AI. Girl, I just said that. Oh my... Wait, no, you did. You did. I didn't read it, though. Glench Devereaux did say in the chat, she talks like the structure of essays you had to write in grade 9. No, exactly. Exactly.
Or annoying, or that people have strong opinions about tools and techniques. The real problem is what this culture is doing to the community. It turns people away before they've even started. It makes beginners feel lost, judged, and unwanted. It turns sewing...
But my pushback on this point that you're trying to say is that this makes like new sewers not want to do stuff. Do you really think new sewers are in your comments looking to see what other people have to say about you? What is glanching? Oh, glanching is just glitching. We used to watch this woman on YouTube named Alabama Prepper, and one time she said that something glanched, but what she meant was something glitched, and we've just kind of like taken it as our own in this community when things stop working.
Something that should be creative and joyful into something that's rigid, joyless, and honestly, that makes me sad. Because sewing should be fun. It should be something that you get to explore and grow in without needing permission.
You've said that already. That was a point you already said.
That's why I started this channel. And that's why my goal is to bring back the joy, the freedom, and the permission just to learn, to try.
I'm bringing back the permission just to learn. The other part of this is that, like, I don't understand the concept of, from like a creative perspective, okay, if you're making a YouTube video, even if you were to use like ChatGPT, AI, whatever, to help you outline, draft, script a YouTube video, and that's something you don't have any like ethical issues with because you don't give a shit about AI, right? So like, not me. But like, if you were going to do that...
Prompt she put in was literally, generate a script for a YouTube video about controversies in the sewing community. List bullet points for each section and provide examples.
I don't... right, okay, Drunk Bruja, thanks for the 100 bits. Because that leads into what I'm saying. It's like, why wouldn't you do something... Well, I guess it's because you're resorting to using AI and you can't think for yourself. But, like, the thing that people like about social media and watching people on YouTube is connecting with them personally and hearing their personal voice. Once you start using shit like AI to script your videos and things like that, like, people are no longer able to connect with you personally. It doesn't make it, like, I feel no connection to you because all of this video is just so shallow and like lacks personality or connection to you, or doesn't tell me anything about who you are as a person.
Make something. No shame, no snobbery, just sewing. Now, before I get to my final point, if any of this hits home, go ahead and hit the like button. Drop a comment if you've had similar experiences, or if you see it differently. I'm interested to know what you think. Just be kind. Oh, do you like my shirt?
No.
It was a Prime Day find, and it makes me ridiculously happy. If you want one too, links in the description below. So now,
You got it off of Amazon Prime?
it's probably a good time to tell you what my channel is all about. I'm not
Girl, you've already told us 12 times what your channel is all about. Every time you came onto the screen and said, my channel, my channel, my channel. She has to restate the thesis, Zach. No, I know it is really giving 9th grade writing assignment.
not a seamstress. I don't quilt. That's not what I do. This channel is about sewing practical, stylish accessories that are ready for real life and real adventures. I make things that I actually need. Things that solve problems.
And what problem is that solving? Not me being so judgmental, because I'm like, I don't know what the fuck that's supposed to be, and it's ugly. I'm the problem. I'm the problem. I'm the problem. It's looking like it does have something to do with laundry. I just don't understand what that is.
That fit me, that aren't store-bought and don't have to be. And honestly, a lot of the time, this means stuff that I can use
Girl, what is that?
outside. I may
I also am just like, I don't like her seams.
to be. And
Like
honestly,
they
a
look
lot of the time,
unfinished.
this means stuff that I
Like, look at, you see those seams around the box of like this? Like, that's just like raw threads and stuff. I don't know. And this little seam, listen, this is what she's talking about. I'm the cause of this video. She's also a beginner, right? Right. I don't know if you can really tell, but this line of sewing is all jacked the fuck up. I'm like not trying to be hateful because I'm also a beginner. And listen, as long as I think her point was as long as it works, but now I'm kind of understanding why people are criticizing her. Toot on my poo. Thanks so much for subscribing with Prime.
can use outside. I'm a huge outdoors person, so you'll definitely see that come through in the types of projects that I make. You'll get beginner help, tips, and guidance, encouragement when you need it, tools and product recommendations that actually make sewing easier and more efficient, and creativity, always. But it's all through the lens of useful, fun, and real-life projects, especially if you're a fellow adventurer. So if this sounds like you, if you're someone who wants to learn to sew without being policed by a bunch of rigid rules, if you want to create with freedom, grace, and creativity, this space is free.
It seems like maybe people really have tried to give her some helpful feedback and constructive criticism about her skills. And it's just for me and my family, I'm like, oh, there's there's a reason. Like, you're coming onto the internet and presenting yourself as somebody who's, like, teaching folks how to do stuff. And, like, this is what you're... It's kind of like how when Mandy May comes on and tries to teach people how to cook, and I'm like, girl, look at what you're cooking. I didn't need you to come onto the internet to teach me how to slop some stuff together in a crock pot.
So subscribe, stick around, and if you want to go deeper, get exclusive updates and a sneak peek at what's coming next, you can join the email list too. Links in the description below. Bye!
Oh, wait, no, I don't need all that. I don't need all that. No, I don't need all that. I'm kind of curious, like, if all of her videos sound that AI generated. Prime Day sewing upgrades, I wish I'd bought sooner. She's probably an Amazon affiliate. But let's see what...
Prime Day is officially here, and after digging through the deals, these are the categories where I'm seeing some of the best sewing bargains right now. And after sharing some of my favorite upgrades in my last video, I just wanted to pop on really quickly and show you where I'm actually seeing deals. So whether you're stocking up or replacing things you already use, here's where I'd start looking. First up are trims and embellishments. Things like ribbons, buttons, lace, and decorative trims can get expensive because one color or...
I don't know. I'm over her. I'm over her. Oh, wait, was she wearing that shirt again? I'm sick of it! I'm gonna find somewhere else to go in the sewing community on YouTube. Conman Connie, thanks so much for subscribing. Appreciate it. We need to revisit Van Man next week. Oh, maybe. Maybe. We'll see. Can we please look at her Etsy in your own time? In your own time. Anyways. Oh wait, well, I don't know. Maybe do you want to look at her Etsy? Does she got it linked over here? Oh, well, she got a website linked. Oh, why is she using the curls font? She loves that curls font. We help women sew practical, stylish, and custom accessories that fit their needs, match their style, enhance their everyday adventures. Stop fraying. Does she got an Etsy? Shop. Travel shoe bag sewing pattern. Oh, these are patterns that you can download. Bias tape storage cards. Oh, she got a coloring book. Oh, she got a coloring book. You'll actually use this. The over-the-handlebar water bottle holder. Organizer tote bag. Okay, but you said she has an Etsy?
Your style is rarely...
Does she got it linked down here? Where did y'all see the Etsy? Look at that AI image coloring book. AI patterns, AI coloring book. It's all giving AI. Yeah, I'm over her. I'm over it. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it! Portfolio? Oh, wait, let's see the portfolio. Mesh kayaking water sport bag, bike accessories, bags accessories. I want to find whatever the thing was that she showed on the hamper. Not that. Chapstick holders. Y'all need a chapstick holder? Actually, honestly, that could be kind of a vibe. Maybe I should get her chapstick holder. Now, why does it say Exodus 35:35? He has filled them with skill to do all kinds of work, as engravers, designers, embroiders in blue, purple, and scarlet yarn, and fine linen, and weavers, all of them skilled workers and designers. Exodus 35:35. Why do I have to keep running into God? Is this a sign? Oh my God. Okay. I gotta go. I gotta go, dude. I gotta go. We gotta go. YouTubies, thanks so much for watching. Bye, YouTubies. Subscribe.